this is year 7, and over time the whole complexion of the outing has changed. It used to be very emotional to get through the day to day, and now there's just a lightness about it. We're celebrating Matt's life, and we're so happy to see our friends and family and those that support us.
We have so much support from, as Julie said, our family, our friends, people in the community, still to this day, that remember him, remember the event that happened in 2018, and they continue to come out and be a part of this today. We have so many golfers that have been here every year, all 7 years. And it's amazing that they still come out and show their love for us.
Matt would play with anything that had a ball, and if it didn't have a ball, it just required another person.
And he was competitive in everything he did. He was out to win it, and he wanted to have fun, but he wanted to win. And he was all about that. Yeah.
Matt inspired
Exactly.
us to do it because he was always complaining about the freshman football uniforms. They're junk, they're trash. We get all the hand-me-downs, and so we thought, what a cool gesture is to have the freshmen get the new uniforms. You know, that way
Yep.
they're not getting the leftovers, and they had something new and shiny
And then
themselves.
lacrosse uniforms as well. The
Yep,
next
and we
year.
also
So
did the next year. We got new lacrosse uniforms for the team.
we had so much support from the entire community, the school system, Lakota East, Lakota West, obviously.
People we didn't know.
People we didn't know, exactly. And we just felt compelled to show our appreciation for what was given to us during that time frame.
And that kind of was the birth of the Matthew Stratman Foundation, was looking at all the blessings we were given in this tragedy and then turning it around and helping other people, whether it be through the mission trips that Matt wanted to join, or scholarships to athletes on the teams he played on, Reach Out Lakota, the Boys and Girls Clubs, Children's Hospital, families that are affected by AVM. And the list can go on and on, because we want to continue to give where there's a need. There's no screening tool for it. When it happens, it happens. It's like if you have a stroke or a heart attack, or I don't think that there's any way that you know or can effectively run a test other than a scan to see if you do have an AVM. And sometimes I'm sure they're found or discovered if someone has, you know, if they go in for something else and it's discovered that way, but it's not something that is currently screened for.
Yeah, at that point, we're still very hopeful. And, you know, as you said, we were on a roller coaster, and we just became, at that point, machines. Just with all the information that we were being given, and it still was so fresh in our minds. And to your point, yes, we were very hopeful that the outcome was going to be completely different than what it was.
During the time that he was in the hospital, you know, we were always saying, pray for a miracle. You know, we're waiting for a miracle. And I think so much of that miracle is happening now. I don't think at the time we realized that our miracle was coming. You know, we have this beautiful foundation that commemorates Matt in a good light, and we're helping people. And I think that turning that horrible tragedy of losing our son into something that helps other families and kids on different levels that's part of the miracle.
It gives us reason for what happened, and I can't imagine not doing something like we're doing. Again, just the outpouring that continues that we see tells us that we're doing something good and we're doing something right.
And on the other side of that grief, or when you learn to manage it, or it does change, and you know that life goes on. That's the biggest message. It's like you hurt, you'll always hurt. I mean, I look at our children, Eva, Tom, and Katie. You know, they hurt, they've suffered greatly, losing their brother when they were, you know, what, 12
15
and
and
15.
12, yeah.
They've overcome, and here we are.